Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're going to be going over a little home studio tour and show you where I work. But before that, shameless plug.
That shit go cause this my shit. This go hard cause this my shit. You ain't gotta feel it but this my shit. This go hard cause this my shit. You ain't gotta feel it but this my shit. This go hard cause this my shit. You ain't gotta feel it but this my shit. This go hard cause this my shit. This go hard cause this my shit.
Hey guys, what's going on? I actually decided to make this video to give you a little home studio tour. But before that, I wanted to give you a little bit of background. I'm from Fresno. Traver to be more exact, which is a small town with a relatively small population. A while back ago I decided I wanted to get into the music industry and I wanted to become an audio engineer. For some people who don't know what an audio engineer is, it's if you've ever seen like videos or movies or anything where people are in a professional studio, those giant consoles, that's pretty much, I went to school to learn how to operate that giant console with all the buttons and all the faders. But yeah, I went to school in Los Angeles, graduated with an audio engineering degree. After some time, I actually got the opportunity to work at a really well-known studio in West Hollywood. When I first started there, I actually started off as a runner, an intern, which meant I had to clean restrooms, clean all the rooms there, grab coffee, grab food. Pretty much I had to do a lot of things and started from the bottom and climb my way up. After some time, I moved up to the point where I was actually given the opportunity to set up rooms, which was like set up drum kits and set up microphones and pretty much get the rooms ready for the artists so when they arrived, they were ready to just create music. Then one day I actually got the opportunity to actually be in a room and engineer a whole session with a really well-known artist, which I have to say was pretty nerve-wracking. I personally felt like I didn't do too well, but I mean, it went as well as it could for a first time. After some time, I actually got the opportunity to work at different studios around Hollywood, North Hollywood, in LA pretty much. I got to work with a lot of artists. I built a lot of friendships, relationships. I got to work with a lot of people that I grew up listening to and idolized. But yeah, after some time I actually acquired a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, and decided that I wanted to actually create my own music and develop myself as a producer and an artist. So I actually started acquiring more gear and actually started building my own little home studio. And a lot of people, especially me when I first started, I thought that you needed to have like $1,000 equipment, this $1 million studio, to actually create good music and have that quality sound, which, I mean, if you have the luxury, it does help, but simple is better, especially with technology and how up to date it is now. You don't really need too much to actually create good music. I've known a lot of people that have created great music and great albums in their own home studio and recorded out of their own closet. It's just really having the right tools to capture a moment when creativity strikes, to be able to capture that moment as quickly as possible. But yeah, I mean, over some time I acquired my own gear, and I have a really basic and simple setup, which for me it gets the job done, and it's real simple, and as long as I can record when I need to record at that time, that's all I really need. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little tour of where I create my music, and hopefully you guys enjoy. Alright, so I guess the first thing we'll start off with is the whole brains of the operation, which is iMac hooked up to an external monitor for just to make the workflow a lot easier. I have those two hooked up. I'm running Pro Tools. I have Logic, Ableton. Those are the programs I usually run when I work on anything. I have a Furman power conditioner. It's pretty much just to hook everything up. I've got a Apache Duet Firewire audio interface. It's real small, it's compact, but I like it. It's especially useful when I'm going from studio to studio. It's really small and compact. I have it daisy chained to a verbatim external hard drive. It's a terabyte big. like I said, all this stuff is real small and compact. Makes it easy when I go to studios and I work at other places, real mobile. I have a MacBook laptop, and then I also have the KRK Rockets, which I've had them for a while. They're really good. Usually, like at studios, professional studios, which you'll most commonly find is the Yamaha NS10s. I'm thinking about getting another pair of monitors, the Yamaha NS10s or the Yamaha HS8s. Like I said, these work really good. I used to think too that you had to have really expensive speakers, monitors in order to get really good quality sound, but honestly, if you talk to a lot of people, they'll tell you that once you get a pair of monitors and you get used to them, you learn their strong points and their weak points, and it's just being familiar with the equipment you have and knowing their strengths and weaknesses. But still, I'm thinking about getting a different pair. I also have the headphone amp, the PreSonus HP4. It's really good. I like it. It gets the job done. I also have a pair of Beyerdynamic studio monitoring headphones, which are really good too. I like them whenever using for tracking. And also I have this, which I should have mentioned first, I have this giant custom built desk that built myself. I wanted something with a lot of space just because I don't like being cluttered. As you can see, it's kind of messy sometimes. I have all my notepads and all my song ideas and everything I have down right here. It gets really cluttered at times. I try to keep it clean, but sometimes, like I said, I just like doing things at the moment. I don't get around to organizing very much. But yeah, custom desk. I wanted a big workspace, and I also wanted a big workspace to eventually get a really big piano or a keyboard, a MIDI keyboard. But this is the best part right here. I got this huge desk for a big piano, and of course I have the smallest piano ever. I got that Kai LPK25, which, I mean, it's real mobile, it's real small. Like I said, whenever I need to produce anything and I need to go to a different studio, it comes in handy. I can just throw it in my backpack and pretty much just create on the go. Let me see, what else do I have? So let's see, I got all these tapestries here. The tapestries are the stuff hanging on the wall. I got Christmas lights all around right there. Of course, I mean, vibe is a big thing. It's especially when you're trying to create and be in a creative mind space. You definitely want to set the vibe and get everything feeling in a creative mood. Most importantly, let's see, I have a bunch of my books. Let's see, all these books. And then I have some that I got from school. And some more headphones. I probably got like 7 or 8 pairs of headphones. I have a collection of Hot Wheels here. Spider-Man, toys. And then of course I got all my homies here, which is all my Funko Pop heads right here. Let me see. These are all the homies. And let me see. I also got my guitar. It's a real simple guitar, nothing fancy, but I use it for a lot of songs whenever I want to record and just lay down some chords or some riffs real quick. Let's see. Okay. So this of course is a closet, but I kind of set it up to where made it like a little vocal booth. Put a little bit of vibe in here. These are all moving blankets I put up against the wall just to kind of deaden the acoustics. Like I said, I used to think before you needed to have a real soundproof room in order to really get the best recording, which, I mean, you can, but over time I just learned just deadening some of the acoustics in a room really helps, and it still keeps it keeps your vocals and keeps that live feel in it. Here I got the Neumann U87. It's a vintage microphone. It's not a new one, it's actually like from back in the day. This one actually I got I got it at the studio. Paul McCartney actually recorded on here. The U87 is actually known as a workhorse mic in the studio, just because you can pretty much use it on anything. It's real sturdy and you can use it on anything and it sounds good. I mainly use it on vocals, so I like the way it sounds on vocals, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, this is the room. It's real simple, nothing too fancy. It's just enough to where it gets you in the right space to create and just create music. But let's see, let's look at some more microphones right now. Let's take a look at some more microphones. Alright, so next I got these microphones that I acquired over some time. First, you've probably seen this one a lot. This is the SM58. They use this a lot for like recording, like when they perform live during a show or anything. It's really sturdy. It's really heavy. If you drop this mic, nothing will happen to it. It's really sturdy. Next to it, I got the SM57, which is pretty much the same thing as the SM58. The only difference is it doesn't have that pop filter right at top. Same thing, really sturdy microphone, really good. Also used a lot for live performances. Next, got the AKG 414. This is the original one. It's a vintage microphone. A lot of these microphones I have are pretty much all vintage. They're all original. There's a lot of history behind all of these. This one's good for acoustics. You can put it on guitar. Some people use it for vocals. Like I said, all these microphones have different, you can use them for different vocals or different instruments. It just depends on what you think sounds good on. Right next to it, I got another AKG 414 EB. This one's actually a little bit newer. It's very similar to the other AKG 414, but this one does sound a little bit different. I use these sometimes on piano or even guitar, like acoustic guitar. Let me see. Next is the SM7B. This one's not too expensive microphone. I see a lot of people use this too during some sessions, a lot of singers. It's a really good microphone for the price. A lot of people use it. It has its own little pop filter right here. Real sturdy microphone, really good, really cheap as far as price goes. Next to it I have the AKG 451. This one you can use it for overheads, pretty much on piano overheads, on like drums. It has a little DP pad filter right there. Really sturdy microphone as well. Next we get to the Neumann. This is the KM88. I have a pair of these. These are kind of pricey, but like I said, they're really good. I use them for overheads too, on pianos. Really good. And then I got the AKG. Right here I got a pair of these. These are the AKG KM84. Also really sturdy too. I use these a lot for piano and overheads as well. Like I said, all these have different uses. It just depends on what you feel it sounds good on. I like this one right here. This is actually for like kick drums. It's actually one of my favorite ones. It's a little funky looking, but it's a really good microphone for kick drum. It's the AKG D112. I'm sorry. Really good microphone. Use this on kick drums a lot. You'll see this one being used in studios a lot. And also, let me see, I have this right here is a little piece of gear. It's a vintage piece of gear. It's almost like a compressor. It's actually supposed to go in something that's called a lunchbox. It's like a little gear rack. It's like you just put it in there and then plug it in and you can use it. I need to actually get a API lunchbox, which is something that I'm looking at purchasing next. That's actually why I built this custom desk too. I wanted to have enough to actually, on these racks, I know it's kind of hard to see, but I wanted to actually put gear in here. So I put these racks in there. Eventually I want to get the API lunchbox and then put this in there as one of the modules for it. But yeah, This is the arsenal right here. This is the collection of microphones that I typically use on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, it's always good to have different options. But yeah, these are my microphones. Hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If there's anything you want to know about, anything you want to see a video on, just go ahead and let me know. I'll go ahead and drop my links to my social media. Yeah, if there's anything else you guys want to know about, just go ahead and just let me know. And if you get a chance, go ahead and check out my music on Spotify, iTunes, Soundcloud. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.